We thought we'd start with Bob giving a history of how this came about and what you're going to go see, and then we'll physically walk around the building and then go back, reconvene, and can ask a bunch of questions and anything else that might be on your mind. So why don't we start with Bob?
The core of Step 13B is work. Work works. Any system or program that takes responsibility away from a capable person dehumanizes that person.
I've been sober over 8 years now. Actually, everywhere I go, it's a reminder of where I've been, what I've been through. I may not necessarily be where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be.
"30 years ago, there was a man named Bob Cote who was on the street right outside of our current building.
I'm an alcoholic. I was drinking down on Skid Row and living under bridges. I wouldn't be here today, Senator Cohen. I'd be dead."
He decided that that was enough. So he poured out the remaining part of his drink, and he decided that he was going to get sober and he was going to take as many men with him as he possibly could. When Bob Cote died in September 2013, we set out to ensure that not only would his legacy continue, but it would impact even more lives in the future. Step 13 is located in the heart of the Ballpark neighborhood, the section of downtown Denver most impacted by people who are homeless.
I did meth for 10 years, I drank, I smoked pot, I did everything. The people that I dealt with, there were a lot of really serious people. When I was out there, I had more guns in my face than I care to remember.
I was there. I was hardcore there. I wasn't just, I would drink myself into the point to where I passed out. I would sleep behind bushes, wake up behind buildings.
When I was finally done, I was looking at 17 years in prison.
I was just in a downward spiral until I just ended up just succeeding to homelessness.
I had become like a slave to alcohol, and was a full-blown alcoholic, drug addict.
Step 13 is a men's residential recovery program guided by sobriety, work, and accountability. When they walk in the door, they are introduced into a program that we like to call a peer recovery community. It's a program that allows men to recover from an alcohol and or drug addiction and to return to a self-sufficient, productive life where they can be tax-paying citizens and contribute to their communities and to their families. Addiction doesn't discriminate. Addiction can impact anyone, anywhere, anytime. The beauty of this program is we meet them where they are.
You come to a place like this and you are not alone anymore. You don't have to hate yourself. You don't have to abuse yourself anymore. You can learn to start to love yourself.
From day one in the program, the men are planning and preparing for what life's like after they leave. In order for them to participate here, they have to be willing to be self-sufficient. If they have any type of government assistance, they have to give that up. They have to make the choice that they're going to make a better life for themselves. As a condition of the program, the men are required to get up by 6:30 a.m. in the morning, and they're required to make their bed to military standards. If they in some way don't make their bed, they're given 5 hours of community service. They have to be out the door by 7:30 in the morning, working or looking for work. The first thing we do is to get them a survival job where they know they have to show up on time, they have to dress appropriately, they have to treat other people with dignity and respect, and they have to contribute in that workplace. We're very fortunate to have an innovative partnership with Goodwill Industries.
Most people will know Goodwill in terms of thrift stores, but it's the means to an end, and the end really is providing facilities and services to help Coloradans into self-sufficiency through work. And we felt there was an opportunity for our Career Connection Centers. This is the first one that we've had integrated so tightly with an organization like Step 13.
We have a full-time Goodwill Career Connections professional to begin to help them rebuild their career profiles.
You get them into a job, they get onto a better job, and they get into a career. And we're seeing some of that take place right now. We've seen about 150 people come through, and of which we've placed almost 100 into full-time employment.
We also work with them in life skills. One of the first classes that they take is a budgeting class. Teaching them how to cook is a fun way to reintroduce them into that part of their self-sufficiency. Step 13 itself does not accept any government funding. So we believe in self-sufficiency for ourselves as well. So one of the ways that we provide for our revenue needs is that we operate a vehicle donation program. For many of our men, it's their first survival job. They go and they wash and wax donated vehicles. They vacuum them, shampoo them, and then we'll sell those vehicles. We are able to take in about 500 vehicles each year. We're able to generate about $1,000 per vehicle. We provide them with resources in the area of sobriety that oftentimes it's an eye-opening experience.
We're incapable, we're bums, unreliable, irresponsible, weak-willed, immature, liars.
Asking for help is weakness.
Asking for help is weakness.
I realized like nothing I was going to come up with was going to solve this because I had years of experience that was a lie.
You're the only alcoholic. It's really difficult to break the stigma about it being something surrounding willpower.
When it's the thinking that's the problem, and I've been thinking this way my whole life and able to trace back exact relapses because of resentments, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do was to stop a thinking pattern that I've been doing for 33 years and reset it.
This is what government is funding and doing.
And this is what government is getting for what we're funding.
This is what government's getting for what they're funding. You have the actual cost difference. And Bob, in a nutshell, the difference in success is what you expect more from people, and you have responsibility and accountability, and they're required to earn their way through the program.
But Paul, that's a very interesting contrast in terms of budget.
Right.
To look into Denver, Colorado, in the course of 1 year, how many people cycle through the traditional government-sponsored homeless program, and then when you contrast that with what they pay and what their result.
Trying to tell the story, well, this is what conservatism at work means. This is what upward mobility means. This is what measuring poverty, fighting by outcomes, not by inputs means. This is what conservatives stand for. This is the other side of self-government, like I said last night. Self-government is not only responsibility for yourself, it's also responsibility for other people in your community, and that's what this means.
I got a fire in me now, like an ambition in me that I used to never have. It's never enough, now that I'm getting into shape and I'm working, I'm making good money, I want to go to school now.
When you do it, give it your all. Because if you don't give it your all, you don't know how far you're going to go. Today, I still give it my all. I want to see how far I can go. But it isn't really for me now. More for my family.
All I wanted was some relief from drinking and drugging every day. That was my highest aspiration when I came through those doors. What started out like that has turned into so much more.